Hey, before you log off this week for the newsletter, I thought I'd run through 7 things that made business feel more like play this week and play feel a little bit more like business. First, let's check out some of the headlines for this week, whether it was Apple upgrading their headset, Samsung announcing theirs, that Rivian bike, or all this NBA betting drama. There was a ton of news this week. So if you didn't get a chance to catch it all, let me catch you guys up real quick, or we can catch up together. Starting with that new Samsung headset. Let's check it out.
A new era of XR begins, where Samsung innovation brings AI to life, reshaping how we experience the world. Introducing Galaxy XR, the first to be built on the Android XR platform, with Google Gemini designed from the start to truly understand what you see and hear. With the power to drive extraordinary experiences, worlds wide open.
Gemini, take me to New York.
Just say the word and explore the world in every dimension with Gemini on Google Maps.
Whoa! It's like I'm actually flying over the city.
Your voice becomes the compass, and Gemini, your guide, as you soar above the city or step right into its streets.
Gemini, where are some great spots to enjoy the full view of the Manhattan skyline?
There are many great spots. Some popular options include the Brooklyn Bridge.
I want to check this.
Bands before you. Experience Netflix, designed for Galaxy XR. Every scene expands before you through the ultra-bright, crystal-clear display. Cinematic scale meets true immersion. See every story as if it's unfolding right before your eyes. Experience your memories in 3D with Google Photos. Moments turn spatial, vivid, and living, so that you
So, Apple launches their Apple Next Gen Vision Pro with their M5 chip, and Samsung and Google counterpunch with Galaxy XR and their new headsets. And from basically everything I can tell, they're pretty much the same device spec wise, except the Samsung Google one seems to be about half off. It's about $1,800, and the Vision Pro 2 or the upgraded Vision Pro with M5 is about $3,500. And this one seems to be lighter. To be honest, as much as I'm a big pusher of everything phygital and metaversy, I think that headsets, as opposed to smart glasses, are still something to have a way to catch on, because I feel like they are more the new desktops of this computing, whereas smart glasses are more like the mobile phones of this kind of computing. So we're going to just have to see which one takes off. But this is Samsung's, and I'm sure you guys have seen Apple's. They look very similar, and you guys can check out this video for more. I will include it into the newsletter. So let's keep it pushing.
To make the user experience really feel like magic.
Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, the fog is rolling in. Yeah.
Pretty much every e-bike that exists today is really made from the same recipe, which is you take a bike and you put a motor in it.
You know, you imagine taking a motor and you attach it to the transmission of a car. This is what we had in automotive, 20, 25 years ago. And this is where we are today with e-bikes.
When you do that, you kind of lose the opportunity to rethink the experience from the ground up. As we talked to people about what they loved about their e-bikes, we became really excited to design one from a clean sheet and with intention. One One of the first things that we wanted to tackle was just the complexity behind deciding what kind of bike to even buy. Now, if you've ever shopped for an e-bike, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's seemingly 1,000 different kinds to choose from. I mean, there's commuting bikes, there's trail bikes,
Road riding, mountain bike riding, dropping off the kids, bikes with big fat tires.
We have all these bikes because many of us do all of these things, or at least on a day-to-day basis, some of them. So we asked ourselves, why force someone to choose? We're proud to introduce the product of years of hard work, discovery, and inspiration. Meet our first vehicle, the Also TMB. It's a utility bike. It's a commuting bike. It's a trail bike. It's a recreation bike. All in one bike.
This is so fun.
With just one touch, you can remove the top frame from the bike and swap it out for another. Here, hold this. As easy as that. A wide array of top frames gives you choice in what the bike can do, from a workout to a school drop-off, but also choice in sizing, fitting anyone from 4'11 to 6'8.
And no matter which top frame you choose, the bike has full suspension with 120 millimeters of travel in the front and the rear. This provides extraordinary comfort and handling across a variety of different types of terrain, from potholes to dirt trails. Beyond that, it's also really high performance and really fun to use.
Hey RJ, why don't we talk about Dream Ride?
Let's talk about Dream Ride.
All right. Dream Ride is our fully in-house propulsion system. And unlike a typical e-bike where your pedals are connected directly to the wheel, there's actually no mechanical connection between the crank and the wheel. And so right now, RJ and I are actually pedaling directly into a generator, and that generator is simultaneously replenishing the battery. And at the same time, it's replicating the feel and the force of riding our in-house batteries. So this is a really cool feature, actually. Just even the way you take it out is really pleasant. The pack is designed with all the latest vehicle-grade architecture. Beyond that, this is a really cool object.
I mean, it looks beautiful. It's got power in at USB-C, so it's 240 watts, or power out. You can imagine putting this on your desk. You can use it out in the wild, whether you're camping, at the beach. Like with any great modern vehicle, like a Rivian, we set out to design a fully connected experience on the Also TMB.
When you approach your bike, our portal, a beautiful high-resolution display and ride selector, comes to life even before you get to it, all via the Also app acting as your phone key. Through the portal, you can view turn-by-turn, bike-specific navigation in an easily digestible format. In your media library, your calls, you can control it all without looking at your phone.
Rivian just announced a dual-motor e-bike running on its EV DNA. Tesla made energy sexy. Rivian's making movement modular. And you guys know how much I love modular personalizable tech. They're not just selling vehicles. They're selling the idea of portable adventures, which is something Rivian has always been about, even though this is a bit of a spinoff from inside the company. So, the Atlas browser. OpenAI has decided to throw their hat into the ring, and they've come out with their own version of a Chrome based browser. So, if you have Chrome or any Chrome based browser, then most of your extensions and bookmarks and everything should be importable. Safari is also importable too. I've been using it exclusively for the last 24 hours to try to get a grip on it. And it's not that much different than some of the other AI browsers like Edge or Cloud. It just depends. If you're a heavy OpenAI user, then this might actually be the browser for you. You're just going to have to ask yourself if you're okay with OpenAI and Sam Altman and them having pretty much all of your information, your web browsing history, to go with some of the stuff they already have about you. And yeah, but to be honest, if you use Chrome or Apple, do you really think that they're not taking all that same data and giving it to their LLMs? So to each their own. But this is the new browser. It's Mac only as of right now, not iOS, Android, or Windows. But I hear that they're working on it. So if you are a ChatGPT user on the Mac platform, you may have to update to the latest version of Mac if it's not working for you. Make sure you have that. And this is the new web browser from Open.
Will actually have a slightly different shape to the same one in the US. But then the other finding is that some people would benefit from a shoe that propels you forward. So this is Nike's Project Amplify, which they're calling the world's first powered footwear system. When it actually launches in most likely 2027, it will look like this. And so what I got to test is the latest working prototype, which looks a little simpler, let's say. But it is a super interesting glimpse into the potential future of footwear. So there's a few parts to this. There's the shoe, which importantly is actually a pretty great shoe without anything else added to it. I'm liking the fact there's no laces. Whoa, they're really foamy. So then that shoe connects upwards to this arm, which is what contains the motor and all the processing power. Yes, processing power in your shoes. And then at the very top is the cuff, which totally doesn't sound like something you would wear when you're on a watch list. Also, though, really satisfying to loosen and tighten. And then you just start walking or running. You take 6 to 8 steps, and by the time you've done that, your shoes have used their processing power to figure out how you're walking, your stride, your gait, and then they start to lift your feet for you, giving you about a 20% increase in the total power of your legs.
And that's the last they saw of this sample.
Nike's new shoe that pretty much what they're claiming is it's like giving you a extra set of calves. And this one's not just for athletes, it's actually for us normies. That's right. Nike unveiled a prototype shoe that claims to strengthen your calves through something called Kinetic Sole Tech. This isn't footwear, it's hardware, blending fashion, fitness, and bio optimization into one wearable story, which is pretty nuts to say out loud. When products promise performance, your body is now the next data point. Man, the upgrade economy just went physical. Anywho, this comes to us courtesy of Mr. Who's the Boss, which is here. And he also went through the rest of Nike's gear, something about inflatable jackets and this product called Mind, like your brain, that's actually a shoe for your feet. You're going to have to check some of this stuff out to find out for yourself. Opening week, and already the NBA is investigating gambling irregularities. That's so crazy. The league embraced betting for engagement, but when the product is the bet, integrity can become so fragile. The NBA isn't just competing with other sports, it's competing against the odds, and that's a dangerous brand proposition. Let's find out more.
And Get Up live in New York with major breaking news, as we've touched on early this morning from the NBA, involving not one but 2 arrests of notable people within the NBA. Shams is with us. We've been following your Twitter feed all morning long, Shams, as you've been reporting on it. For those who've not heard anything about this, just tell everyone everything they need to know. What has happened this morning?
Greeny, Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier have both been arrested this morning. Billups at around 6 a.m. in Portland, Oregon, and Rozier around 6 a.m., I'm told, in Orlando, where the Heat were playing last night. Rozier's been arrested for his involvement in alleged sports gambling, prop bets, and Billups, ABC News is reporting, is tied to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. And so the FBI has been investigating this situation for several months, and in Rozier's case, at least 2 years. And today is making arrests. There is a press conference that is set by the FBI. The Eastern District of New York has been leading this investigation. I'm told FBI Director Kash Patel has also been increasingly involved in recent weeks. He will be leading the press conference today as well. But this is really seismic news in the NBA for a sitting NBA head coach in Chauncey Billups to be arrested, taken into custody for alleged illegal gambling, as well as Terry Rozier for sports betting, allegedly. 2 arrests made this morning. There are expected to be numerous arrests also tied to both of these situations.
So the NBA wakes up this morning in the midst of, I suppose you would have to say, a sports league's worst nightmare. Is there any indication that the league had any idea this was coming? Did they know any of this might happen this morning?
As of last night, I was told the NBA did not have knowledge of these.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, so it seems that the NBA has gotten themselves in a little bit of hot water, and it's not just the Clippers and Kawhi and that whole scandal. You've got another gambling scandal. Uh, I'm sure you guys can find more info on this. I have links in the newsletter, but this is a serious story in the business of play. And in the business of the NBA, they better get their stuff together. And lastly, I'll leave some links to the articles that I did this week. One about DJI that I haven't been able to post yet. You guys would check that out. This is the M. Night Shyamalan. And this story is so crazy. And let me tell you something. It's got a hell of a twist. And then also, this is a story that struck a nerve with you guys, was my story about Warner Music and Netflix possibly be in talks to team up and create stories and movies and series, not just biographies based off of music from the Warner catalog. And they're not talking about it too much right now because I believe Warner is trying to get themselves sold off. And I'm guessing Netflix and some of their bidders don't care about the pieces that are not Warner outside of DC. And if Warner can find in some way to probably split itself up, then you guys look out. There's going to be some crazy announcements made there. And Warner could be a treasure chest in itself when you think about the Warner movie side, the Warner music side, and they also have some really profitable IP in their Warner games. So this is an interesting spot. We're definitely going to keep an eye on that. And yeah, that's it, you guys, this week for the business of play with Cassius Clay. Thanks for joining me, and look out for more next week here at this very spot. I've got a lot of content dropping, and I can't wait to get it to you guys. Thanks for following me, and have a great weekend. Peace.